What's going on, guys? Today in Cooking with Tracy, or on Cooking with Tracy, you ever seen one of these things before? You know what this is? It's a boomerang. It's from Australia. No, it's not a boomerang. It's actually a Daikon radish. I've been seeing them in the stores and I was intimidated by it, but I was in there yesterday in Publix and I was like, what the heck is that thing? And I happened to be beside an Asian guy. He was like, oh, this is eaten a lot in Asia. We eat them a lot. They're good. I was like, how do you cook it? He's like, well, you don't have to cook it. You can just eat it like a slaw, or you can eat it like you would some of the watercress that you put in salads, or you can stir fry it. And of course, I got home. I got it and said, got home and watched some YouTube videos. And so we're going to cook this. It grows in the ground like this. They say they're even bigger over in the Asian countries. And this thing is pretty big right here. But you know, this is another substitute for carbs. Another substitute for like potatoes and things like that if you're on a low carb diet. So we're gonna cook this. We're gonna start off by peeling it. It's got a light little peel on it. And then we're gonna show you how we're gonna cook it. Okay, what I've done so far is I've cut it into thirds. I cut that little bend out of it, cut the ends off of it. Then we're just going to take a vegetable slicer, and it's got a little bit of a shell on the outside. It's a soft vegetable though, but we're going to cut that little shell off and make it nice and white. Now see, I have you can see the one that I've peeled, and you see the difference in between the two. And it's a really, really thin slice. Very, very thin. Okay, we've got all 3 pieces sliced. And I'm going to taste a piece of the raw. Because you know I've been on that cauliflower kick. Because cauliflower is low in carbs and stuff like that. So let's see what this tastes like. It's pretty good. It kind of has the texture of like eating an apple. Not bitter. Not a whole lot of flavor. It tastes like a radish. It tastes like a sweet radish is what it tastes like. But I can see how that would make a good slaw. I can see how it would make some nice potato chips. Okay, I've cut them in half. And then I've cut them into fourths, and then we're gonna quarter them, kind of like you would if you're trying to make some boiled potatoes. Okay, now I have them all quartered up, and we're just gonna put them in some water, put some butter. The recipe that I saw online called for olive oil. We're gonna put some butter in ours. Butter, some salt and pepper, maybe some chives or some garlic. Alrighty, we're going to bring that up to a boil. And actually instead of using water, I used some unsalted chicken stock. It's got some salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Excuse me. And of course it's got some butter in there. And we'll bring that up to a boil and boil it for 20 minutes. And then we'll see what we got. Alrighty, it's been about 20 minutes and it smells absolutely wonderful. And it looks like potatoes, doesn't it? So we're just going to see what it tastes like, and we're going to pour some of the water off of it. I guess you kind of just treat it like you would potatoes, but the recipe I saw online, they poured the water off of it, but I guess it really doesn't matter. But that's how you do it, guys. Daikon radish.